Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the world of luxury hospitality. We're going to deconstruct the incredibly complex, highly choreographed dance that turns a simple airport pickup into a five-star first impression. You might think it's just a friendly face and a comfy car, right? But the truth is, it's way more intricate than that. What feels so effortless, so personal? Well, it's actually this meticulously planned procedure, a script where every single detail is designed to make you, the guest, feel completely taken care of from the second your plane touches down. And believe it or not, this whole performance kicks off long before you even arrive. So first up, let's talk about how the stage is set, how every single prop and player is put perfectly in place for your arrival. So the bedrock of this whole thing, constant readiness. It doesn't matter if your flight gets in at 3 in the afternoon or 3 in the morning, the standard of service has to be exactly the same. This isn't a 9 to 5 gig, It's a full-on, round-the-clock commitment to excellence. Now the car, it's so much more than just a way to get from A to B. Think of it as your own little mobile sanctuary. And just look at the level of detail we're talking about. It's not just clean, it's immaculately clean, with a pleasant scent. It's not just about getting you there, it's about controlling the entire environment, right down to the music, which is all picked out to set the perfect vibe for your arrival. And yeah, the details just keep coming inside the car. It's all about anticipating what you'll need. You're probably thirsty after a long flight, so of course, there's mineral water. You might want to freshen up, so a cold towel is waiting. The whole point is to have something ready for you before you even think to ask for it. All right, so let's get into the next phase, the moment of arrival. The car is prepped, the amenities are in place, and now the human element, the really crucial part, comes into play. This is where that perfect first impression either happens or it doesn't. So the airport representative, they don't just stand there waiting around. Nope, they follow this super precise 4-step protocol. They're tracking your flight, so they know exactly when you'll be there, even if you're delayed. They have the right sign, and they're actively searching for you to deliver that personal greeting. It's all about being proactive, not reactive. Big difference. And this little detail about the sign, it's actually a huge deal. I mean, think about it. In a world where privacy is everything, you can't just be flashing someone's name in a busy airport. Using just the hotel logo is all about discretion and security, and it makes that eventual personal greeting feel even more special. And here, you can see the actual script they use. It's brilliant, really. It's polite, it's direct, it's reassuring. It confirms who they are, welcomes you by name, tells you what's next, the car is waiting, and immediately offers to help. In just a few seconds, all that stress and confusion you feel when you land in a new place, gone. Okay, so this brings us to the next move in this whole dance. The guest has been welcomed and is now being escorted to the car. This is another one of those make-or-break moments, the handoff from the airport representative to the driver. What's so cool here is how clearly the roles are defined. You've got the representative, who's the expert on the terminal, and then you have the driver, who's the expert on the road. Everyone stays in their lane. Literally. This is what makes the whole thing feel completely smooth and effortless for the guest. In this simple line, this is the key to the whole thing. The representative isn't just vanishing, they're personally introducing you to the next person who's going to take care of you. It's a formal transfer of care, and that little "have a lovely journey" at the end just perfectly wraps up their part of the interaction. All right, handoff complete. The journey begins. But again, this isn't just a drive from point A to point B, not by a long shot. This experience is just as carefully engineered as the welcome was back in the terminal. The driver's job is way more complex than you'd think. They have to be a chauffeur, obviously, making sure the ride is safe and smooth, but they're also a concierge, managing the car's atmosphere. And on top of that, they're a subtle guide, ready to answer questions, but also knowing exactly when it's time for quiet. Okay, this next part is one of my favorite details in this whole system. While you're just relaxing in the back, the driver makes a quick, discreet call. This one call sets the next phase of the welcome into motion, telling the front door staff and the whole welcome team that you're just minutes away. It's like this invisible thread connecting your journey to your final destination. So clever. And this right here, this might be the single most important skill the driver has. It's all about emotional intelligence, right? Reading the room, or in this case, reading the car. Does the guest want to chat about the city? Or do they just want some peace and quiet to decompress after a long flight? Nailing that is a real art form. And that brings us to the grand finale, Because of that secret call we talked about, the team at the hotel is already assembled and waiting. The journey from the airport is about to wrap up with the grand arrival. And just look at the precision here again. The driver doesn't open the door. Nope, that's the doorman's job. It's another one of those flawless handoffs. The driver's last job is to make sure your bags are taken care of and to give you a warm, final farewell. The first chapter of your stay ends just as perfectly as it started. So, when you look at this whole incredibly detailed process, it kind of leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? Does scripting every single detail like this create the perfect, flawless experience? Or does it maybe lose some of that spontaneous human touch that we think of as real hospitality? It's a system that's built for perfection, for sure. But it really makes you wonder, about that balance between a perfect process and a real personality. Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.